Are you new to Node.js and feeling a bit lost with asynchronous functions? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into a common question: how to handle callbacks when you can't use .then. I totally get it. Asynchronous programming can be tricky, especially when you're just starting out. Many developers have faced the same challenge when trying to manage their code effectively. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, "I have an asynchronous function using request, but I can't call then on it. What are my alternatives?" Does this sound familiar? Let's explore some solutions together. So what's the issue here? The request function uses a callback pattern, which means you need to handle the response differently than with promises. Understanding this will help you find the right approach. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a handy tip that can make working with asynchronous code much easier. To handle asynchronous operations in Node.js without using then, the user can utilize callbacks. This involves passing a function as an argument to be executed once the asynchronous operation completes. Another alternative is to use the async and await syntax. This allows the user to write asynchronous code that looks synchronous, making it easier to read and maintain. The user can also consider using promises directly. By wrapping the request in a promise, they can use the .then method on that promise, which provides a more modern approach to handling asynchronous operations. Lastly, the user can explore using libraries like Axios, which return promises by default. This can simplify the process of making HTTP requests and handling responses. Fun fact: did you know that the concept of asynchronous programming dates back to the early days of computing? It's been a game changer for handling tasks efficiently. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One alternative approach is to use a callback function. You can define a callback that handles the response from the request. Inside this callback, check for any errors before proceeding. Remember, you can only use .then if your asynchronous function returns a promise. It's important to understand the basics of Node.js before diving into promises. Here's the tip I promised: always keep your callback functions organized. This will help you avoid callback hell and make your code much cleaner. And there you have it. You now have alternatives to .then for handling asynchronous functions in Node.js. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on coding.